Hey Andrew, hope you're well my friend, and thank you so much for sending this through to me, and love your little facility. It's lovely, nice and neat, looks great. Now the lighting in there is fantastic. Now just with the filming, you did a very good job. Face on here is really good. Okay, the down the line one, I can't wait to share some of this stuff with you as well, but just got to get this bookkeeping stuff done out of the way, all right? See here that if this is if I frame the screen this way, right, give or take, you know what I mean, like framing it so it's the same, creating two halves. Can you see how your hands are left of that? So we need your hands right in the middle. So when you see me here, this kind of image, if I draw these frames up here, and trust me, mate, I teach over 25 golf professionals on here, and they all, you film better than all of them your first time. So you can just kind of see that, you know, if I framed all that up, my hands are quite in the middle, aren't they? Anyways, let's get some golf swing stuff done. So, okay. And obviously I say this politely, right? I've got all your notes here, right? You kind of mentioned the word shanks, mishits. I wrote down like the low left. You got a bit of a pull pattern going on. Oh, and also just get these in slow motion as well to me next time. The 5 videos are fantastic, but always need 2 videos in slow motion because we can see more frames. But when we have a look at your pattern, we've got lots and lots and lots that we can learn and get better at it, right? Now, I don't want to overindulge you too much and create too much head noise for you, but I just want to kind of educate you on, I guess, the fault. I'm just going to assume the ball's about there. And I want to educate you on what we're going to do. So what happens here with you, the club goes inward early, right? So what would be a normal takeaway on the left-hand side there, or a neutral takeaway, would be shaft on the toe line, okay? Now from there, the face is open at the same time, which is inside and open's a killer. Now at the top of the backswing, right, like it all looks okay, but where momentum is taking you with that club on the left, keep your eyes on the left, is that you drop it really low here. And can you see how that shaft is working on the top part of the pizza slice on the left-hand side there, right? And down and across this way. So even look at your head in relationship to where it is at the start to where it is there and how much lower it's gotten. So on the right-hand side here, you got to create some space, baby. So you're going to kind of, get bunched up with your arms here, and also that club is coming across you this way. So the handle's coming inward and across you like that. Right? So you're kind of hitting quite a fair bit down it, hence that kind of typical low flight that you've got there. So it's an open face cut pattern. Now, you can see your right foot spinning out. There's a lot we can learn, right? But what we're going to do is we're going to break it down, and we're going to be swinging like half golf swings to left arm level to the ground. Now, this is the part we're going to start talking about what we're going to be doing, and then I'll get in front of the camera and I'll talk to you about what we're going to be doing even more. So on the right-hand side here, I want you just to widen your stance a little bit. So if I, drop a line down here, right, from the outside of that right side of the pelvis here, I need that to be on the inside part of your right foot. So just here on the left-hand side, you'll see those lines there just outside the pelvis, so just on the right-hand side there is definitely, we need that to be coming on the inside part of your right foot. So we're going to widen that up, right? The left-hand one is okay. I'm always okay with that being right on the inside of that foot, and it is. Without even measuring it, I can tell it is in a great position. So good job. That's topic area number 1 when it comes to it. Now topic area number 2 when it comes to setup position is I want to strengthen your left-hand grip, okay? Now I promise you, once we get through the early stages of the setup stuff, and it gets quite a lot easier, the coaching, but the first couple generally can be just ticking off the big ticket items, which is the setup stuff, right? Now, what we can see here on the right is your V between your thumb and your index finger there is going more up towards that left collarbone there. Now, on the right-hand side here, can you see these two images here? Right, like that. So we need you to be more like the one with the tick there, right? Which I'll talk to you about. So 2 setup things so far. We're widening that stance. I'll help you create that baseline, send you some information on that as well. And we're going to be getting that left hand grip a little bit more on top, which I'll send you some information on that as well. Okay, so the actual golf swing side of it, we're going to be doing just a little bit of mapping. Okay, so we've got 2 sections we're going to try and hit. We're going to go to shaft level to the ground, right about here. Can you see there how my shaft is in line with my hands? Yeah, look at that. You just drag that handle away. That's where it all gets really hurt. You got no control early. See how your club's over there? And number 2, I haven't got a ball here because I'm just doing a demonstration once upon a time. But I'm going to take this club to left arm level to the ground. And can you see there how I've got that shaft looking on the ball line? Right, we're going to be doing that, right, where yours is looking over the ball line. And we're going to be doing it, I'm going to talk to you about your left wrist orientation to there. So the grip will help us. So it's a grip, stance, and this is how to nail this first part of the golf swing, because momentum's a beautiful thing in the golf swing, right? And it's probably not discussed enough. Now, when we talk about momentum, when we look at yours, your club goes in and over, in and over. Now, when we look at professional golfers, right, they're more like what you just did there, right? See that? Boom. That's exactly what professional golfers are. There, at left arm level, not there. Well, it's probably a bit too far. So let's get to work. Jump in front of the camera now, Andrew, and talk to you about that stuff. All right, Andrew, let's get to work. I'm going to send you some stuff, right? Like on setup, grip, how to nail it. I just can't tell you how important it is. Like trying to lift weights and not being in the right position. Once we nail that foundation, gosh, golf gets easier, right? Now for you, we need to get your right foot wider. A very, very simple guideline. Place a shaft here from outside that right hip and have it landing on the inside part of your right foot. The left leg, right, that's going to have that about there, right? So just a little bit more. It's like hugging that foot there a little bit more. I want a little bit more of a vertical look between hip joint, knee, and left ankle on the left side and tipped this way here like this. Number 2, we're going to be nailing our grip. Watch my video on the top hand grip and look at those images. Very, very simply. You make the mistake that many golfers do, and I'm sorry you've still got this grip because gosh, it's hard with that grip, right? Now, when I go to pick up my GC quad here, right, I hold it in my fingers like that. See, I've got a little bit of extension in my left wrist, like we call that cupping. And I'm just holding it there like this, right? Beautifully, right? Now, when it comes to the my hand, if I hold my hand there to the side, look, that's how it looks. A slightly internally rotated shoulder, and that's how my hand looks. So then when I grab it, right, I hold it in my fingers like Mr. Adam Scott does to the side of himself like this here, and then I bring it in, right? So once again, I'll be in that video, but through the fingers a little bit more there, not in the palm. I know, gosh, it feels like we got gifted this channel in the palm to hold it, but unfortunately we didn't, right? It's not where it needs to be. So I put it there, push that top hand on top. When I look down, I want to see 2 to 3 knuckles, and golly gosh, you cannot take that out of my hand, right? It is in there tight, right? Now, you can hold the club tightly as long as your wrists can move. Isn't that a myth, right? Right? That golf club's going about 80, 90 mile an hour. I don't want to be holding that bloody thing loose. It's a myth. PGA Tour players hold the club quite hard. They just have mobility in their wrists, just like if I'm using a hammer, right? I'm not going to hold that hammer lightly, but look how much mobility I got in those wrists to hammer that in. So I can hold that tight as long as my wrists can move. So there are your 2 setup principles. There and left hand grip. Pretty good, right, for someone. Usually it can be a lot harder. Now, what I'm going to show you here is my ball position. I'm going to draw that red line there to indicate the ball line. Very simple, right? Here. I'm going to put this one in the end of my shaft to try and help give you a visual representation of how I want that shaft to move, right? Now, in the early stages of my swing here, like this, right, here, I get that shaft on my toe line like that there. See it? And I'm setting it with my wrists. And when I mean setting, man, I am not lifting that club up. I am not dragging it in. Hands aren't going out. I am keeping that club there like this here. Boom. Left arm underneath that shoulder plane, shaft in line with toe line like that. There, like this. Right. Now from here, I've got this alignment stick. I'm going to move to left arm level to the ground in the backswing. I'm going to point that alignment stick here, just short of the ball line like that, on the inside of it. You see that there? Hands are roughly in the middle of my chest. I'm still twisting my body, doing all the same, but I'm just using those wrists and navigating that area of the golf swing a little differently. Now face on, just that simple box look that I call there, side of the box, 90-degree angle, give or take. We're using an 8-iron for our training here. Now through here, I'm pushing on that handle down with that left hand, and I'm getting a reaction with that club coming up. So I'm pushing down with the handle, and I'm using these fingers here just to help that club come up, right, this way. So once again, pushing on that handle, and then using those fingers to get that club to come upward there, right? Boom, there. Okay. Now, from there, you want to start hitting some balls. How you do this is what all your training is going to be. You're not allowed to hit anything bigger than this right now, okay? I've got a tee in the end of my club now. That's the next step down, right? We can make contact here. I'll get that stick out of the way now. Now I'm just going to get comfortable with my setup, make sure my width of my stance is fine. Get a mirror down there in your little hitting bay, right? And then from here, right, I'm going to take some 1, 2. Come in. Relax, using that tee there to make sure it's pointing on the inside of the ball line. Boom, here, hit. It's really hard to not swing past left arm level to the ground, but you got to do it. 8-iron's about 100 meters. Just do that for now. Right? We've got a bit to learn. We're going to get it all done, but just not in one go. Let's nail it. Take care.